Deep within the bowels of Mount Caucasus, a chilling wind howled, carrying the echo of an agonizing scream. Prometheus, the Titan known for his foresight, was bound to the unforgiving rock face. His once mighty form, sculpted by divine lineage, was etched with the pain of 1,000 dawns. Each day, an eagle, a creature of Zeus himself, descended to tear at his immortal liver, only for it to regenerate by nightfall, dooming him to a relentless cycle of torture. In the midst of this eternal torment, Prometheus's gaze was distant, fixed beyond the immediate suffering, towards the flickering lights of mankind far below. He, the bringer of fire and the benefactor of humanity, endured his punishment with a stoic resignation, knowing his gift had sparked the dawn of human civilization. Around him, the harsh landscape of Mount Caucasus seemed indifferent to his plight, the craggy cliffs and howling winds a silent witness to the price of defiance against the gods. Prometheus, however, was no ordinary Titan. His very name whispered of forethought, a quality that often landed him at odds with the capricious gods of Olympus. His origins are shrouded in the mists of time. Some tales tell that before the rise of Zeus and his Olympian siblings, Prometheus walked the earth alongside the Titans, embodiments of the raw forces of nature. Unlike his destructive brethren, Prometheus possessed both wisdom and empathy. In these stories, seeing a void in the vast world, he sculpted beings mirroring the gods themselves. Mankind was born. His love for his creation, if the tales are to be believed, was his defining characteristic. He was a champion of humanity, a race he believed held immense potential despite their flaws. Such unwavering belief became the spark that ignited his rebellion. When the Olympians, led by Zeus, ascended to power, they saw humans as little more than playthings, subject to their whims and fancies. Prometheus, with his defiant heart, became their ardent advocate. To better protect them, he taught humans skills and crafts. He showed them how to domesticate animals and cultivate the land, guiding them away from the primitive, vulnerable existence they had endured. When Zeus demanded a portion of all sacrifices dedicated to him, Prometheus devised a clever trick. In a feast, he presented Zeus with a choice: a pile of sumptuous meat concealed under a layer of unappetizing fat, or a bigger pile of bones wrapped in glistening, tempting fat. Zeus, ever greedy, chose the glistening portion, leaving the true prize of meat for humanity. This act, however, was merely the first act in Prometheus's rebellion. The seeds of conflict were truly sown when Zeus, the newly crowned king, sought to establish his dominance by withholding fire, a source of warmth, light, and progress, from humans. Prometheus couldn't bear to see them struggle in perpetual darkness. Seeing humanity still shiver and stumble, he made a bold move and decided to climb to Hephaestus's forge and still the fire. The air within Mount Olympus shimmered with an otherworldly heat. The clanging symphony of Hephaestus's forge, a constant pulse that seemed to reverberate within Prometheus's own veins. He reached the forge's entrance, a gaping maw lined with heat-blasted rock. Shadows danced and flickered as Hephaestus moved about his work, entirely consumed by his labors. It was the perfect opportunity. With silent footsteps, Prometheus slipped inside. Every crackle of the fire, every hiss of steam as metal was plunged into water seemed deafening. He held his breath, moving with painstaking care within a realm where he was most definitely not welcome. Prometheus reached the furnace itself, a monstrous belly of glowing coals. His heart quickened. One wrong move, the slightest noise, and he would face the consequences of his defiance. With a practiced hand, he snatched not an ember, but a sliver of raw, impossibly hot flame. The fire licked at his skin, but he hastily concealed it within the hollowed heart of a fennel stalk. Prometheus slipped from the forge like a phantom, the stolen flame radiating warmth and promise within his grasp. Fire, in Prometheus's hands, became more than just a source of warmth. It fueled human ingenuity. They learned to cook their food, forge tools, and huddle around crackling flames, fostering a sense of community. With fire came knowledge, a gift Prometheus believed humanity deserved. Zeus, however, perched upon his throne atop Olympus, saw not progress but defiance. The flames dancing across the mortal world flickered like insults against his supreme authority. His rage was a tempest, a storm brewing within the celestial halls. Word of Prometheus's rebellious act reached his ears, carried by whispers of courtiers and spies. The once gleaming halls of Olympus dimmed as Zeus's fury grew. He summoned Hephaestus, the crippled god of fire, his usually jovial face etched with confusion and fear. Hephaestus, Zeus's voice boomed, a rumble of thunder that shook the very foundations of Olympus. Answer me truthfully, has your forge been breached? The smith god trembled. My lord, he stammered, I tend to the fires unceasingly. None would dare. Do not play the fool, Zeus roared, his eyes flashing with lightning. The mortals possess fire, fire that could only have come from your forge. Hephaestus blanched, and with a shaking voice, he confessed to Prometheus's theft. Zeus's rage erupted as he roared. That wretched Titan, he boomed. He dares to defy me, to steal from the gods themselves. In that moment, Prometheus's fate was sealed. He would not merely be punished, he would be made an example. The Titan's defiance would become a legend etched in pain, a warning to all who dared challenge the might of the gods. Thus began Prometheus's ordeal. Bound to the desolate peak of Mount Caucasus, he endured the torment, a testament to his unwavering belief in humanity's potential. Zeus's cruelty towards Prometheus only solidified the Titan's place as a symbol of rebellion, inspiring future generations to fight for what they believed in.